Hello, horror fans. Jeffrey coming at you from a slightly different location, the other side of the room, where I have my Halloween poster behind me and my Jason right there. Today I want to do a little reviewage of a movie that I really like that I haven't seen a whole lot of reviews online for, so I wanted to at least talk about it, and that's Idle Hands. Get a good look at it. Now, Idle Hands is a horror comedy that, just like in that scene in Evil Dead 2 when Ash gets his hand possessed, that's pretty much what Idle Hands is. It's really funny and it's really scary. Now, the whole premise of it is, like I said, a kid gets his hand possessed by a demon and kills a bunch of people. Then he cuts it off and has to try to stop it. Now, before he cuts it off, he ends up killing his two best friends, also stoners, and they come back as zombies. That's basically the plot of this movie. It's not that deep. It stars Devon Sawa, Jessica Alba, Seth Green, Eldon Henson, and Vivica A. Fox. Yeah, that's about it. That's in there. But it also has a little cameo from The Offspring, who perform at a Halloween dance, which is really cool to see them in the movie. I'm not going to spoil what happens to them. so that's what it's about. That's who's in it. It did not get received very well. Not at all. It came out in 1999, a week after the Columbine shootings, and so teenagers getting killed was not exactly what anybody wanted to see, and critics didn't want to do it. Does that mean that the movie's not good? No, not at all. The movie's very good. It just was a victim of its time. Now, if you look at a movie that Devon Sawa did immediately after this movie called Final Destination, where people just die, horrible deaths. It's not motivated by anybody else, but just like they're going to die. And it was received so well that there's been 4 of them. And Idle Hands gets the shaft. I don't like that at all. I think that Idle Hands is a great movie. But then again, I love horror comedies. So I'm going to respond to it a little bit differently than anybody else will. I thought it was a great movie. I wish more people had seen it. I don't want to go too much into the story. I'd love to discuss it with you, but if you have not seen it, I don't want to. But if you have seen it, please comment and let me know what you think of it. But why do I like it so much? Why do I like horror comedies? Let's see. Other than it has great gore in it. The gore fans, you're not really disappointed in it. You're going to see a lot of, heads exploding. You're going to see scalps being ripped off. You're going to see people get decapitated, beer bottles shoved into Seth Green's face. That's just good stuff. And the thing that I noticed about this movie is that it's getting, it wasn't getting good reviews because it came after a shooting. There is no gun violence in this movie. The only people that have guns in it are the police officers, not Devon at all. He does not use a gun. He uses a taser on somebody, but that's it. No gun violence whatsoever. And it's getting all this negativity because of the time that it came out. I guess that's just the luck of the draw that it got released right at that time. But it has gotten a pretty good cult following. I'm not the only one that likes it, but I hope that more people will see it, because I think a lot of the movies that came out in the late 90s that weren't Scream clones get forgotten. Disturbing Behavior comes to mind. I really like that movie, which is like a X-Files in high school. One of my favorite movies. But that's about it that I have to say on it, that I can think to say on Idle Hands. So let me know if you've seen it. If you haven't, check it out. It's very good.